Hello there guys, my name is Adeadlydisease and welcome back to my brand new series for my channel. This is the one block challenge. It's a series I sort of devised in my head, I came up with, and I thought it would be a great sort of way to get you guys involved yet again in my channel. That is one of my main sort of key elements to this channel. I want to try and get you guys as involved as possible, and I hope you enjoy this and embrace this series. So basically it's called the one block challenge. The idea is I have one block and I have to build something using that one block, that one style of block. So in this case I've chosen dirt because that's the first one on the list, so I thought that'd be a great one to choose from, and that's what I've chosen to start off with really. And I chose to do a cliched, yet I did a dirt house. So there are a few sort of rules I've sort of set myself. For example, you can only use one block, but you can use any sort of decorative equipment. That's anything else that isn't a sort of block really. So for example, I've used glass panes and fences and steps in this build here, as you can see in the background. As well as that, I only have a 30 by 30 square, which I've drawn out, as you can see. I put the white quartz around the edge to show the sort of edge of the square. And the idea behind this series is I build something in 30 minutes. And I built this sort of dirt house, a bit cliched I know, but I've built this dirt house in 30 minutes. And I sort of want you guys to sort of leave your suggestions. What block should I do next week, and what should I build using that block? And I'll choose the best comment as always, like I do with all my other series, and I'll build that whatever you want using that block. The other thing about this series that I want to do is I'm going to put this map up for download, and it'll be linked in the description, and you guys can download it and you can build your own dirt building or whatever using the dirt block with the same sort of conditions, 30 minutes in the 30 by 30 square opposite mine, and then you can send it back to me when it's done, and I'll put it, and I might feature it on next week's episode. So that's what I sort of had planned for this series. It's a really cool idea, I quite like the idea. So I'll just go into a few of the details. For example, there'll be a link to the download of course below, as well as the email address I want you to send it back to me. It's the same as the top 5. This is adeadlydisease@hotmail.co.uk. So if you feel like you want to download it and then you want to build and then put it back up for download and then send it to me via that email. It's very simple, it's not that hard at all. If you need some help, then feel free to contact me. But if you want to get that back to me by next Monday at the latest, that's Monday the let me look at my thing, the 10th, Monday the 10th, if you want to get it back to me by then, and I'll be able to feature it on next week's episode, hopefully. So that gives you at least 3 or 4 or 5 days, including the weekend. So hopefully there's lots of time for as many of you to do this challenge as possible. I want to sort of make this as cool as possible, and I'm going to pick the best one that gets sent back to me, and I'm going to feature it next week. So it should be great. And also, you can comment if you don't feel like building. You can comment and give me the challenge for next week. What block would you like to see me do next week? It can be any block from Minecraft, just the normal Minecraft at the moment. When we've gone through that, we can move into Tech-It or something else like that. I don't quite know yet. It's sort of an ongoing process of thinking and adding to the series and making it better. So I hope you sort of like this series. I think this build ended up quite well. It looks a bit like an egg, and it's got a nice curved feel to it. You know what I'm like with curves. I'm like, I love the curves, and I love them very much. And yeah, this is really what I built this week. And I started off, it's slightly off-centered because I was originally going to do a 25 by 25 square, and I was like, that looks a bit small. I'm going to do a 30 by 30, and there we go. So I actually did it one block off the center, but don't hurt me on that. It should have been 4 at the top instead of 3, but that doesn't matter. It's the actual building itself is perfectly symmetrical. It's just not symmetrical within the box, which is a shame. But it's just my silly mind messing with me and all that good stuff. So just sort of leave your comments below. Of course, I want as many comments, many ratings if you enjoy this sort of series and want to see a lot more. My last Let's Play, Minecraft Adventure episode number 2, epic mountain biome, received something like there was only 2 people didn't like it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. There were so many likes on that video. Let's continue that and see if we can beat the record. Let's get as many likes as possible on this video and as many views. So share this video around, sort of share it with your friends, maybe challenge your friends to it. Get them to do it as well. Send in I want as many sort of submissions as possible, and I can then that means the ones that gets featured are going to be even better. So as this series goes on, I'm going to make it even better as we get more sort of adventurous blocks. I know dirt's a quite hard one to use. It's a bit of a boring block, but once we get to the quartz, once we get to the stone, once we get to the sort of diamonds and things like that, it's going to be epic, and I'm going to try and mix it up. I'm not just going to do houses every week. I'm going to do different things. I'm going to do churches, going to do sort of natural looking things, I'm going to do really modern looking things, just to sort of really mix it up and make this series amazing. And I'm going to put all the builds next to each other, and which is going to look great. I've got a great idea for this series, so that's going to be insane. I want to thank you all very much for all your support lately. This is going to be an epic series, and I hope you guys can get behind it. So as this is coming to an end, you'll see the sort of finished build at the end. Remember to download the link in the description, send it back to me when you're done. Adeadlydisease@hotmail.co.uk. The email address will be there as well. And I want to thank you all for watching, guys. My name has been Deadly Disease. Remember to leave your suggestions for the next episode below in the comment section, of course. And I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to rate the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and remember, the sun is rising, so keep on surviving. Goodbye.